Right now you're seeing in California, American dream unfolding itself. Over 2.6 million acres of land has been burnt in the last 2 or 3 months. Whole towns or whole small villages are getting burnt. People thought it's an American dream to build and build and build and build. Well, there are many ways to look at this. One simple thing is, I'm asking you, right now you're here in Tennessee, fantastic land out here. Set fire to this forest, let me see. I'll give you 5 liters of gasoline. Set fire to this forest, can you? No. Well, that's an unfair comparison. There we are in the fringe of a desert, we are here, we are not. All right, that is true, I understand that. Because there were natural cycles of fire and rain there. Why has it all gone? One important thing is, because the same phenomena I've noticed in India is the tube wells. I don't know how deep California tube wells are going, but I'm sure they're pretty deep in India, in southern India. These days, a whole lot of them are going 12 to 1400 feet to suck water. Show me one tree which has a root system which is 1400 feet down and it can take its water. You're just sucking out everything with powerful pumps. Everything is dry, just barely alive. Just a little bit of fire, everything is becoming ash. Well, the natural cycle of that part of the terrain is, once in 30, 40, 50 years, there needs to be a cycle of fire that is part of the natural cycles. But not like this, burning up the entire region. This is happening because we've taken too much water out of the land. There's not enough water in the sap of the tree for itself to resist fire. If there was substantial sap in the tree, it wouldn't burn like this, isn't it, like matchsticks? So, this doesn't happen overnight. This has been happening. There is a serious degradation and depletion of our water resources and the soil condition. How the soil used to be 70 years ago and how our soil is today is hugely depleted. How all the water bodies were in this country 70 years ago and how it is today, there is a serious depletion. Our rivers on an average have depleted over 40%. Our groundwater has depleted substantially. Land is getting hot simply because it is plowed or it is paved. Land has to go under vegetation, whatever kind, natural grasses, bushes, trees, whatever, because all these are serving the ecological activity. And we must also understand soil is a very significant carbon sink. And soil is the largest water soak on the planet. And soil is the basis of all life. This 36 to 39 inches of topsoil on average around the planet is the basis of 87% of life on this planet. To keep the biodiversity alive is the most important thing that we need to do right now. Unless we start now, this will not happen. In a tropical nation, there is only one source of water, which is monsoon, the rain. So the water that comes down upon the land in 60 days, we must hold it in the land for 365 days. The only and only way we can hold it is that there must be substantial vegetation. So the only way is to increase green cover. There is no question of increasing forest because the population pressure is so big. The only way we can go ahead is agroforestry, horticulture, and tree-based agriculture, essentially. If a farmer shifts to agroforestry, within 5 to 7 years, his income has gone up 300 to 800%. We have shifted 69,670 farmers into agroforestry in Tamil Nadu. Every year we're putting 2 to 3,000 farmers into agroforestry. If you go at this pace, it will take another 80 to 100 years. By then, it'll be too late. I'm seeing how to crush this time of 100 years into 12-year project. As a part of this, we are unfolding a movement called Conscious Planet to bring maximum number of people. Right now, it looks like climate change, ecology, all these are playground for the rich and elite. No, this must change. Individual human beings should become conscious about the danger that we are facing. Ecological issues must become election issues, and political parties must give significance to ecological issues in their manifestos. Governments must be elected for their concern for ecological issues. This needs to happen. Well, I'm making ecology very simplistic, but fundamentally, that's all it is. There is not enough life in the vegetation, there is not enough water in the vegetation. Why? We are too many. When we are too many, at least we must be little more sensible how we live. Otherwise, who should live and who should die will become the question. An unfortunate question mark will arise